Okay, sit yourself onto your lift and then come into a good cross-legged position. Just observe your balance at the seat bones. Just have a little wriggle about, make sure that you're sitting evenly, and then hold onto your knee. Lift up into the chest, elevate the heart area upwards, and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Focus on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Soften the jaw and the tongue and the throat. And inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. Just let the eyes sit on the floor. Just look at something that doesn't move. Just look at something in a really neutral position where there's no strain. But keep the eyes still in the sockets. Release your knees, bring your hands into Namaste. Press the palms firmly together, lengthen your armpits into your elbows. Elbows into the heels of the hands into the fingertips. And then allow your eyes to gently close. Fill the lungs from the bottom to the top and empty them from the top to the bottom. With an exhalation, draw your chin down to meet your chest. Consciously lengthen your shoulders away from your ears. And spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area. And then gently release the backs of your hands down toward your knees. Palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb, just a gesture of wisdom and peacefulness and physical intelligence that we can carry into our practice. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area and then raise your head. Allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Let's hold onto your knees. Elevate the heart area upwards and then draw your chin forwards to make contact with the chest. Lift the chest up to meet the chin. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep your eyes still in the sockets. Just let the eyes look forwards in a neutral position. Take a deep inhalation, and then with the following exhalation, raise the chin up towards the ceiling. Push the chin to the ceiling. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. For some, this can have a bit of a choking effect. So if it does, then just drop the chin a little. Don't push it too high. Otherwise, push the chin all the way to the ceiling. Take a deep inhalation, and on the exhalation, come forwards, drawing the chin forwards and down to make contact with the chest. And keeping the eyes still in the sockets, drawing the shoulders away from your ears. Take another deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, raise the chin up to the ceiling. Just breathe normally. Take a conscious in-breath, and then bring your head back so that your head is facing forwards. Take a deep inhalation. And then draw the right ear over towards the right shoulder. It won't reach, but just aim to draw it down so that the left side of the neck gets a really intense stretch. Draw the left shoulder down to the floor. Keep lifting in the chest. It's easy to drop in the chest with this pose. Take a deep inhalation. Bring the head back to the center and over to the left. Just stretching out your tension from the neck. Take a deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, come back to the center and over to the right. And then come back to the center and over to the left. Just really enjoy the stretch along the opposite side of the neck. And then gently come back to the center. Hold onto your knees, elevate the heart area up to the ceiling. And then with an exhalation, draw your chin across to the right side. Don't bring the chin to the neck. So don't bring the chin to the shoulder. Just reach across to that right shoulder. Keep the chest looking forwards. Take a conscious inhalation With the exhalation, come back to the center and over to the left. Take a deep inhalation and then back to the center and over to the right again. Deep inhalation with the following exhalation, back to the center and over to the left. Keeping the chest really still, just looking forwards. And with an exhalation, come back to the center. This time keep the chin kind of locked, not locked in position, so no tension, but keep it in line with the chest as we take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side. Just drawing the abdomen across, the ribs across, the shoulders across, but keep the chin in line with the chest. Keep the shoulders drawing away from the ears, elevating the head and the neck out of the torso. Observe where there is resistance and use your out breath to intensify the turn a little, acknowledging resistance but also acknowledging where there is freedom within the physical body. Come back to the center, hold onto your knees, take a deep inhalation and then turn to the left. Again, drawing the abdomen from the right to the left, so that the belly button is pointing at that left knee and beyond it. Turn the abdomen and the ribs and the shoulders. Listen to the breath. Soften your jaw and your tongue and your throat. And then gently come back to the center. Come off your lift and then come down into baddangulyasana. So sit back on your heels. Sometimes it's good to just get the flesh out of the backs of the knees and then draw the calf flesh away from the backs of the knees. Sit back on your heels. Just observe that feeling of the shins gently pressing into the floor. Just press the shins consciously into the ground. Elevate the heart area upwards. Elevate the heart area up. And then come down into baddangulyasana, just stretching the heels down, the seat bones down to the heels, and then come down onto, bring your head down onto the floor. So lengthening your tailbone down to the floor, lengthening from the seat bones into the armpits, into the elbows, into the wrists, into the palms. And raise your head, thread your left arm underneath the right shoulder. Keep the right hand really firm, and then press that left arm into the floor and roll the chest towards the floor. Really good way to release tension from the shoulder blade region, from around the neck. Just roll the chest towards the floor in the threading pose, threading the needle pose. extend your arms away. Just come back into advisable. And then raise your head, thread the right arm underneath the left armpit, bring the shoulder down to the floor, bring your head down to the floor. And then again, roll your chest down to face the floor. Just opening up that tension around the shoulder blade region. Press that right arm really firmly into the floor. Just stretching out your tension. And then release your arms and then come back into Adho Mukha Virasana. Sitting firmly back on your heels, just lengthening from the tailbone, hitting down to the heels, but lengthening from the hips into the armpits, into the elbows, into the wrists. Come up onto your knees, turn your toes under, and come up into dog down. Let your head hang down, just let the neck be loose. Let the tension release from the face. Allow the facial muscles to just completely soften so that the skin of the face kind of pulls itself up towards the forehead. Feel the pose from the inside. Activate the kneecaps. Activate the thighs really consciously. Observe your evenness of balance, evenness of action. Let the head hang down, let the facial muscles release. Spend some time in the pose observing your evenness of action. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards. And then walk your feet forwards, come up into a standing position. And then have a couple of blocks for your hands. If you're doing half Uttanasana, but full Uttanasana is good if you have a headache. So if your back is okay, then we're going to go into full Uttanasana, but just see how that feels as we go. Bring your heels as wide apart as your mat. Feel that your heels connect to the outside edge of the mat. Feel that the little toes connect to the outside edge of the mat. Just have a quick look. Make sure that the outside edge of the foot lines up really precisely with the edge of the mat. So we're going from the how it feels. Bring your hands onto your hips, onto the backs of the hips, into the lower lumbar area, and wing the elbows towards each other. Tighten the kneecaps. Consciously turn the fronts of the thighs inwards and lift the chest. Keep the legs straight, keep the head lifted as you come forwards. And then reach down, come into half Uttanasana. We're only going to pass through half Uttanasana. So I want you to just activate your kneecaps. Press the fronts of the knees through to the backs of the knees. Press the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs. Lift the fronts of the thighs up towards the tops of the legs. Turn the fronts of the thighs, the fronts of the knees, the fronts of the shins consciously inwards from the little toe side to the big toe side, and then pick up the seat bones. project the chin and the chest forwards really consciously. You can go down lower if your back will permit it. If you've got an uncomfortable back or a problem with your back, then don't overdo, just stay high. If you've got a bad back, don't do the full uttanasana. Full uttanasana is where you put your thumbs into the crease of the elbows, wrap your fingers around the elbows, and then hang down. Keeping the legs firmly activated. Keeping the legs evenly activated. So those are two different states. Firmly activated and evenly activated. It's useful to acknowledge which of the legs is the teacher, which is the learner, which one works more willingly, which one doesn't. Get the less willing leg to follow and mirror the less willing. Sometimes I think that one leg is the more willing and the other the less, but then realise it's the other way around. So spend a little time just observing. Let your head hang down, let the neck be long. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. And then gently release your hands down to the floor and then just come back into half uttanasana using the blocks or the floor just to extend into the spine. And then bring your hands into your hips and then come up into a standing position. Just come back into Tadasana and just stand in the centre of your mat with your feet together. Your big toes together, your heels together, and then find your balance. Consciously soften the facial muscles. Soften the facial muscles. Soften the eyes in the sockets. Soften the jaw. Consciously draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Turn the palms all the way out, rotating the upper arms in the sockets as you do so, so that the collarbone really broadens, but you release the upper arms in the sockets. Working to just release, to work into the shoulders and the neck. Just to release tension from the head, from the neck and from the shoulders. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath, finding the pose from the feet. Even though the eyes are looking forwards in a neutral position, feel that you can see the feet. See the feet through the feeling of the feet, how they connect to the floor. Do they feel evenly connected to the floor? Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards, tuck the tailbone in, keep your weight in your heels. So hit the legs back a little, hit the shins back, elevate up into the chest. Reach forwards, interlock the fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then raise your arms in baddangulyasana. Going back to the legs, back to the weight in the heels, keeping the eyes still in the sockets, keeping the facial muscles still. Squeezing the outer elbows in, pushing the palms over your head. Try and stretch the arms beyond your ears. Just release. Swap the interlock of the fingers so that the other index finger is on the top of the head, top of the stack. Turn the palms all the way out. And again, raise your arms over your head. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Opening up the armpits, opening up the shoulders, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And then release your arms, just release your arms and come back into Tadasana, just again observing your balance. Stretch your arms out in front, turn the palms all the way out and then reach behind you. Reach behind you and bring the tips of the fingers together, so you have to bend your elbows, and then walk the tips of the fingers up the back, and then see if you can extend your fingers up towards your neck. Now at some stage you're going to get stuck and you just don't go any further than that, but your hands will be like this, they'll be apart. So what I want you to do is to initially just wing the elbows behind you, and then lengthen from your shoulders into your elbows, and then from your elbows squeeze the elbows together into the heels of the hands so that the palms come together or closer together. Try and wing those elbows back so that the index finger knuckle makes contact. Just spend a little time listening to the breath, just focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations, filling the lungs from the bottom to the top, emptying them from the top to the bottom. Maintaining the connection between the heels of the hands if you possibly can. And then lengthen, release the hands, and then stretch the fingers as you release. Just feeling all of that energy in the arms. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. And stretch your arms out in front, turn the palms, and then one more time, namaskarasana, walking the hands up the back. The second time, you'll probably be able to get the hands up a little higher, a little more freely. And then once the hands are there, wing the elbows back, lengthen from the elbows into the heels of the hands. Press the heels of the hands together, lengthen from the heels of the hands into the fingertips. Really helps you open the chest. Keep winging the elbows back. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Long, slow, deep, deliberate breaths. Keep your hands where they are. Step your feet nice and wide, or jump your feet. Turn the left toes in steeply, rotate on the other leg, and then turn the heel of that left foot away, out away from the toes. Activate the legs like you're doing Tadasana, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the hips come level. Keep the head lifted as you come forwards. If you lose your balance, then you can release the hands. Bring yourself down, keeping the arms in the namaskarasana if you can. release your arms. Bring your hands to the side of the body. If you've got blocks handy, you might want blocks for your hands. But just briefly bringing your arms down and then lengthen the chest away. Bend that front leg, step forward with the back leg. And then come back up into Tadasana. Put the blocks onto the other side. And then come back up into Tadasana. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Feeling the energy around the shoulders and the arms. Just turn the palms outwards. Broadening the chest. Lifting up into the chest. Stretch your arms out in front. Turn the palms like you're doing the breaststroke in the swimming pool. Rotating the upper arms in the sockets as you can drop your chest a little to start off with. Bring the tips of the fingers together. Walk the fingers up towards the neck. And then undrop the chest, lift the chest. Wing the elbows back. Lengthen from the shoulders into the elbows. And then lengthen the elbows in towards each other. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose in namaskarasana. And step or jump the feet apart. Turn the right toes in steeply. The left leg and foot all the way out. Pick up the heel of that back leg and turn the heel out a bit more. Raise your arms up to the chest. Raise your chest up to the ceiling even. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards. So you're doing Tadasana legs. And then come forwards, hinging at the hips, keeping the head lifted all the time. All the time, keeping the head lifted, keeping the hips consciously level. Driving the body down along the legs. Maintaining your namaskarasana. And then just release your arms, bring your hands to the sides, bring your hands onto blocks if you need to. And then lift the chest, just come back to the centre point. And then bend your front leg, step forwards, and then come up into Tadasana. Just come up into Tadasana. Observe your energy around the chest. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Okay, come down onto your knees. Have your hands shoulder width apart, step back, turn your toes under, and then come up into dog down. Just come up slowly. Gently allowing the body to grow into the pose rather than just slamming the body in. Let the back of the neck become long. Let the head hang down to the floor, but keep the arms activated. Press the palms into the floor. Keep the legs activated. In Tadasana action, tightened at the kneecaps, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards. Aim for evenness of action. Fill the lungs from the bottom to the top. Empty the lungs from the top to the bottom. And then come down onto your knees and sit back on your heels. Sit back on your heels, observing the energy that you have released, that lightness of energy through the poses that we've worked on so far. And then sit down onto your seat bones and then come down into baddangulyasana, into supta baddangulyasana. Have the feet close to the body and then guide yourself down. Get hold of the shins, pull the feet as close to the seat bones as you can. And then if your head rolls back, you can use a folded blanket underneath your head. In fact, let's all use a folded blanket underneath our heads just to give you some gentle quietness around the neck. So make sure your blanket is evenly folded. So supporting the back of your neck and your head on the lift. If there's stiffness in your hips, then you can put blocks on the outsides of the thighs. But before you instantly go for that solution, sometimes it's better to just press the heels together. Create a sensation of compactness in the hips by pressing the heels and the outer edge of the feet together. Turn the tailbone in. Draw the abdomen towards the spine and broaden from the belly button into the abdominal walls. Again, working that action evenly. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, listening to the breath. Just allow the hips to open up and allow the body to just release into the ground. Just opening up the front of the hip. Just allowing gravity to draw the knees apart. Just allow the body to release into the floor. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then gently draw your knees towards each other. Have the knees together and the feet apart just to rest your hips. And then pull the feet in towards the seat bones. Have the feet as wide apart as the seat bones. And then keep the left foot where it is. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Pull the right knee in towards the chest. Flex in that heel so that you activate the shin. Keep the sacrum spine down on the bent knee side. Take the right foot across the top of the left thigh. take hold of that right foot with the left hand, and then just gently extend that right knee away from the body, just opening up in the front of the hip to start off with, and then release. Just let that leg come to, that bent knee leg come to a neutral position, and then draw your left knee in towards your body, grip around the back of the left knee, and then pull the left knee in towards the chest. Just keep the sacrum, spine down on the floor if you possibly can. Just feel the stretch at the back of the glutes and the hamstrings. And then release the leg. Bring the feet back to the seat bones, and then pull the left knee in towards the chest, flexing the heel, keeping the right foot just close to the seat bone. Feel how the sacrum of your back, the lower back underneath your lumbar, just between the lumbar and the tailbone, how that stays down evenly. Cross the left foot across the top of the right thigh, hold on to that left foot with the right hand, and then encourage that knee to lengthen away from the body, just opening up the front of the hip. And then release. Just keep that left foot on top of the right thigh, and then get hold of the back of the right knee and draw that right knee in towards the chest, keeping the sacrum evenly down, flexing that right heel. Supta kapotasana, the reclining pigeon pose. It's a really nice pose for the glutes and the hamstrings, just a really good stretch. Just enjoy that stretch, keeping the sacrum spine down as much as you can, keeping it down evenly. Okay, and then gently release the right leg, release that left leg, and then stretch the legs out along the floor. Just let the legs relax for a moment. And then just bend your knees, roll yourself up into a seated position. And then take the end of the, just unfold your blanket, so it's a kind of a quarter fold, like this, and then roll up the end of the blanket like it's a Swiss roll. So something kind of fairly substantial. And then you're going to use a bolster for underneath your seat bones. So come down onto the floor, have the bolster where you're going to be able to reach it. Come down, and then just place the back of your neck on the roll. Should feel really nice. And then lift yourself up, lift the seat bones up, and then bring the bolster into the kind of lumbar spine, so it helps to lift the chest. At this stage, assess whether or not the roll is too big. If it feels like it's a bit restrictive, then make it smaller. If it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, then roll it up a little more. And then just allow the body to release into the pose. So it's our restorative bridge pose. The support of the back of the neck is really nice, especially if you're suffering from a headache. So hopefully all of these poses that we have done this morning help to relieve the tension of a headache working around the shoulders and the face and the torso and the hips and working all the way down to the legs, just to dissipate the tension of a headache. Let the body relax into the floor, let the eyes be soft in the sockets. Close your eyes if you haven't done already. This is a restorative pose, so just let the body relax. You don't need to extend, you just need to let the body relax into the floor. If the roll is too hard, then just unroll it a tiny bit, just let some of the roll out, or just stay with the lift underneath the neck. So this is a gentle inversion, a restorative inversion, so that the energy of the body can move freely around the physical frame. Okay, just to release yourself out of the pose, lift the seat bones, slide the bolster away so it just sits underneath the backs of the thighs. Just unroll the blanket and have the blanket underneath your head. If there's any chance that your feet might be cold, just cover them for a few moments. Just rest yourself down into the floor. Just make sure you're in a good straight line, and then allow the body to relax. Feel the lungs from the bottom to the top. Feel the lungs from the bottom to the top, and empty them from the top to the bottom. Just allow the body to relax into the floor, let the body become heavy. Allow the body to become heavy and observe that feeling of energetic lightness that radiates from the bones. Radiates from the bones and into the muscles and into the organs. Radiating from the bones and into the muscles and into the organs and into the flesh and the skin. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Just bring your knees in towards your chest, have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then very gently roll over onto your right side. Just stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position. Just come into cross legs with your hands in Namaste, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the twists bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Lift the chest up to meet your chin. Again, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Spend a moment to seek to acknowledge the positive energy you have created around the heart area. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. To people, to places, to things that need our positive energy. And gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees. Palms facing upwards, bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb. And then raise your head. Allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you have giving yourself a good stretch, you're giving yourself some good energy for the day, and you've released tension from the neck and the shoulders.